Welcome to the Mufasa book reading. My name is Julia, and we are reading from Dr. Tineka Walfer's book, Authentic Leadership Effectiveness. Enjoy. Chapter 7, the Authentic Leadership Program Detailed Overview. Whereas the previous chapter focused on a high-level overview of this individual and team Authentic Leadership Effectiveness Program, this chapter is devoted to a detailed systemic overview of the usual structure of this program. The program, designed, continually refined, and facilitated since 2007, comprises individual and team authentic leadership effectiveness development components. I commence with a discussion on the overall program in terms of its flow and purpose, followed by a detailed discussion on the individual authentic leadership effectiveness program, concluded by a discussion on the team authentic leadership effectiveness program. I discuss both the individual and team authentic leadership effectiveness program, step by step. Within each step, I discuss both the theory behind the program and process components employed, followed by actual experience and feedback from the field. Feedback is provided from an international brewery leadership team who participated in my doctoral study in 2011 and 2012. The team comprised the general manager, HR business partner, financial manager, operations manager, engineering manager, brewing manager, packaging manager, quality assurance manager, systems manager, and brewmaster. Overall Authentic Leadership Effectiveness Program. The usual Authentic Leadership Program commences with a number of individual coaching sessions to develop individual authentic effectiveness, followed by a number of team sessions in which team authentic leadership effectiveness is developed. Although it can be tailored to the organizational needs, the program usually assumes the format of 6 structured individual face-to-face coaching sessions per leader, approximately 2 weeks apart. These are followed by 3 team coaching sessions, approximately 1 month apart, during which interpersonal and organizational leadership within the team is enhanced through collective training, coaching, and experiential learning. The content can be somewhat tailored according to the emerging individual and team requirements. The Individual Authentic Leadership Effectiveness Program aims to develop personal, followed by interpersonal and professional authentic leadership effectiveness at an individual learning. The rationale that underpins my thinking is that if the development of authentic leadership could be equated to developing a garden, then the development of a personal leadership could be equated to the preparation and fertilization of the soil, therefore invisible, so that anything planted thereafter, as long as it is regularly watered, will grow and flourish. Once the personal leadership has been developed, it removes the limiting aspects of self, whilst enhancing a higher authentic potential of self. Leaders then become ready and willing to develop and enhance their interpersonal and professional leadership skills, allowing them to empower and influence others to deliver effectively towards achieving team or organizational goals. However, a word of caution: maintaining and enhancing such leadership is an ongoing exercise, not unlike a gardener needing to continue with watering the garden. In both individual and team aspects of authentic leadership effectiveness program, a systems approach where the participants need to understand what personal, interpersonal, and professional authentic leadership effectiveness outcomes they wish to achieve, who they currently are, and who they need to be in order to achieve this. Finally, they need to understand the authentic leadership tools they need to develop so that they can achieve their authentic leadership effectiveness outcomes whilst being mindful of the systems in which they operate. For various reasons, a comprehensive program such as this could be a challenge. The reference to individual leader development readiness also applies to organizational leadership development. Organizations often do not find it so easy to admit that they need help, and they are accustomed to short leadership development training programs that do not take up too much of their time and energy resources. A practitioner in developing organizational health referred to the phenomenon of stooping to greatness, and once asked the CEO of a very healthy and successful organization why their competitors did not invest in organizational health the way his organization did. The CEO's sad response was, "I honestly believe they think it's beneath them," and continued that these competitors quietly believed that they were too sophisticated, too busy, or too analytical to bother with it. This perception could be attributed to inappropriate invulnerability, where leaders are not prepared to admit to their weaknesses. They might also lack the morale, courage to deal with the issues that are preventing them from achieving greatness. Programs such as these needs to be facilitated by an experienced, authentic leader, facilitator, and are not for the faint-hearted. They do not require investment in terms of time and internal resources. Actual experience, feedback from the field. The overall program has a strong coaching underpinning, and it starts with determining the leader development readiness. I do this by asking participants to fill in a questionnaire to determine leader development readiness, after which we have a coaching introductory conversation that helps to prepare participants for the journey that lies ahead. The program commences with 6 individual coaching sessions, which are usually about 2 to 3 weeks apart, during which individual leadership authenticity is developed. This is followed by 3 team coaching sessions, starting with team session 1 between individual sessions 5 and 6. With each team session about 1 month apart, at the request of leaders, review sessions can be scheduled after an agreed interval of after team session 3 to allow the team to review their ongoing shifts towards their desired outcomes. Leaders have shared with me the considerable impact they experienced during this journey. It has been described as a life transformational journey, with one leader commenting, "The stuff works." It was a long and difficult but wonderful process that made a big individual and collective difference, which equipped leaders with skills that would be useful for the rest of their lives. Liam, the general manager, had to say the following: "Look, it is a long process. It is a difficult process at times, but I think I can only look back at it and say it was a wonderful process in terms of what it has done for me as an individual and what it has done for the team as a whole. I will recommend it to anybody to go through this. And even doing it just for an individual, the richness that comes out of the process alone is more than enough on its own. And if you want to do team effectiveness, you've got to do the individual bit beforehand. Otherwise, you are not going to get there. I think you've made a mark on us as a team and on me as an individual. And I'll carry some of these things with me for the rest of my life. That is where today's reading will end. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us in today's book reading. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share to your family and friends. Bye!